Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for October 2019. This month, I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And you may want to watch your cusp sign if you are born on the cusp of a sign, because your messages may be coming to you from there. All that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update. And the first sign I'm going to start with is Aries. Aries, the first of the two cards you've got is Three of Rods, and the Three of Rods is success. This could be waiting patiently for success to come in or letting go of something so success can come to you. If you feel like things have been stagnant, Aries, it's now time to rev up the machine and really get things going. My guides are saying that now, so you may have that feeling you would like to get things going. And anything that you had started before, that you started and then it got stopped or stalled, I feel there's going to be a regeneration or a starting of it. Now, this could be a job, a project, a relationship, a court case, something, or some project or plan you were working on. And it's like, you're going to have to pull some things from different areas and package it all together, tie things all together. So it's like, it could be your skills you have to pull from different places, different skill sets you have, and bring it together. It could be documents and paperwork or information that you have in different places, and you have to amass it and pull it together, tie it together. It could even be ingredients or tools or techniques, but whatever it is that you're going to get going or that's revving up, you're going to be pulling from different aspects and angles or materials and things or knowledge and paperwork, and putting it together is part of this Three of Rods. And you may have felt, Aries, I don't want to do this. I do want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm not sure if I want to do it. You may have had stop and go energy inside of yourself about whatever this is that my guides are talking about, that you are going to rev up and get going. And at first it may feel tricky to you to get back into it or to get going, whatever you're revving up. It may be it's like a baby learning to walk, or, you just got your cast off and you have to take your first steps. Or the road's a little bumpy at first, but then everything's going to go fine. So don't let it throw you if it seems a little rocky right at first. You have the Knight of Rods next, and this very likely could be you, because this is a fire sign person: Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Yeah, and you are going to get really amped up, where you're going to be okay, I got everything going. I got everything organized. Now I'm ready to go, go, go. So at some point, even though I do feel some of you, Aries, were yeah, I don't know that I want to get this going or not, or stop and go energy, you're going to get over that because I see you things can't even happen fast enough for you in some regards. And you may feel, Aries, I gotta stop all this wasting time. Either you feel like you're wasting time, or you may feel like other people are wasting your time, or companies or businesses are wasting your time. But whatever you feel is wasting your time, oh, did you hear Maxie snore really loud there? You're going to feel you're not going to want that. You're not going to want any time wasting going on here in the middle of October. And I'm going to tell you, some of you, with whatever it is you're going to start, move forward, get going, revved up about, You may have to be dealing with a lot of people in this regard. It could be new people that you have to work with or family members you have to deal with. I don't know what it's going to be because every Aries situation is going to be different. Maybe you're planning a party, a wedding, a gathering, or starting a new job or starting a new business or something, or doing new products or services and you're going to have new clients, or you're getting hired for some special operation that's not going to be your full-time thing. It could just be something, a special opportunity. But whatever it is, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people, or new people are going to be around you. That may cause you to feel a little jumpy, antsy, or nervous, but you'll get over it. It's just like the initial jitters of something. And some of you Aries are going to have the feeling like, if I don't make this move or take this step now, this opportunity or whatever is going on could elude me. So I feel like you're going to get over whatever trepidation you have to get on with it. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. So now on to the sign of Taurus. The first card you have, Taurus, is Six of Cups, and this is two people that have been intertwined in a previous incarnation that you're reincarnating with them in this lifetime to solve karma. You could be together to the end of your days, or you could just have a fight, argument, break apart, and either way, the karma is solved. So you have to see how it plays out for you. Sometimes it means fond childhood memories. Sometimes it means children. Some of you may feel quite exhausted by a partner to you, or it could be somebody important in your life where you feel like, I've done everything I could. I've exhausted all possibilities, or I feel wrung out or dragged out by dealing with this person. Some of you may feel like you've put up with being treated like dirt or garbage from someone, like they've really been mistreating you, or not appreciating you, or not respecting you. Now, if that's not your situation, or it could be still continuing on with that situation, some of you and a significant other or a person you live with or are married to, you may be dismantling a house, taking things apart to renovate it, or dismantling it to sell it. It could be an estate you are in charge of. You could be getting divorced and you could be dismantling it. And there's going to be an element of time here that's going to be pushing you, where you're going to feel like tick, 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 like we got to hurry up with this. We got to get moving on this. You're going to feel like the pressure of time. And you may feel like your partner is asking a lot of you, or somebody you are working with closely is asking a lot of you. And you may be thinking of selling things, objects, your home, things in an estate you're dealing with. I do get this sense of, we've got to sell everything. Everything must go. So maybe you're moving. Maybe you and your partner are moving. Or like I said, you're dismantling this house because of a divorce, or it's for an estate, but feeling like everything must go comes up here as well. I feel like you're going to feel agitated and also like suspenseful, like this is too much suspense, like you're waiting, like what's going to happen. You've got the Empress next, and this is the card of a maternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, and protecting you. This could also be a maternal figure to you in the living, your mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, someone like a mother figure to you. You could be the Empress. This is a card of creation, so you could be giving birth to a child, project, plan, business, or an idea. You may feel like everything's falling apart and you can't keep this up anymore. Now, this could have to do with your mother. Maybe your mother is having poor health and she needs to go into a nursing home, or she needs hospice, or you're the only one taking care of her and you feel like, oh my gosh, she's too ill or she's too elderly and I can't manage by myself. It could be that. Or you may have, like I said, if it's not your mother, it could be a female figure around you that is like kind of putting demands on you, feeling like they need you, they want you around. Even if they're doing it nicely, they may not be being difficult, but they could be in a very vulnerable and needy position and you're having to deal with them. And you may feel like you've got a lot of people telling you what to do. You may have siblings telling you what to do, bosses telling you what to do, friends saying, oh, don't do that, do this, do that. You may be getting like a lot of unwanted or unsolicited advice, or maybe you want the advice, but you're just getting a lot of it. But you know what, Taurus, I feel like it's going to boil down to you and what it is you want to do and how you want to handle it. Because I feel like whatever's going on here, the ball's really in your court. If this is not your situation, then I feel there's going to be some kind of contract or deal that some of you Tauruses are going to sign. And it will be the birth of like a business or a project or some partnership that could come up. So these cards mean multiple things because you're not all the same Taurus watching. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And Gemini, the first card you have that showed up, probably is you, is Page of Swords. This is an air sign person. This is either a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel like you're going to feel like you have to get everything figured out and you want everything in order in the middle of October, going into November. And you may be dealing with things that you're looking at. Why is this falling apart? Why is this breaking? Like you may see like equipment break, dishwashers overflow or not running right, or, you know, breaking, or dryers not working, or, you know, the heater, or you may see like appliances, or like the oven suddenly doesn't work, like things like that. But it might be more than one thing. Doesn't necessarily mean they need to be new, buy new ones, but you may have to call people in for repairs. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of reviewing of things and talking to a lot of important people this month. This could be it could be business negotiations and deals. It could be talking to lawyers, doctors, accountants, or even people in official capacities, more like the government, local government, things like that. Like I feel talking to official people comes up. I really feel you're going to be inspired this month to get down to the root of a problem or in any situation, and like root out the trouble, like figure it out. What's the problem? Get to the root of it. Again, this could be to do with broken appliances or things that are breaking, car trouble, this, that, or the other going wrong. But it could also be in other areas, like if you're tackling a problem at work, or there's some, you know, facts or figures that don't seem to be adding up or working out, or you have a ticklish situation with a client or a customer, and like it's a problem that just needs to be worked out and solved. You're going to be really driven about like really getting into the nitty-gritty of like, I want to solve this problem and I want to get to the bottom of it. That's your energy this month, in the mid-month. And I feel like you're going to want to do what's right, but I feel you're going to be bogged down a little bit, like too many details I got to look at. You got the Hanged Man here next. This is being in limbo, not moving forward, not moving backward, being in a state of suspended animation, and having to draw from your own psychic ability and your own intuition at the time the Hangman shows up. I do feel like there is something going on in your life, Gemini, where you may feel like you're playing a little bit of a waiting game. And the feeling of like, I feel a little helpless or I feel a little lost because I can only do so much. So you may feel like your hands are tied in something in October, mid-October. If any of you are prone to knee problems, you may have a knee that acts up. So if you're doing like hiking, swimming, jogging, climbing, mountain climbing, walking, working out on the elliptical or the treadmill, be really careful of your knees. Try not to overwork your knees because you could have problems with that this month. Because I do feel that some of you are going to feel a little frustrated by some of this, like being in limbo situation you may be feeling. So to do it, you may feel like, I got to get out of here. I got to get outside. I have to exercise, or I need to, get out and about. And that's why I want you to be careful with your knees, because I feel like you may be having some pent-up frustration and or worry and concern, and you want to work it out. And the only way that you feel like, well, you know what, the best way for me to do that is go for a jog or go for a run or, work out. And then you may, because you're stressed, you could really hurt your knee. I do feel that you do get yourself out of a jam and bide yourself some time if there's anything that comes up where you feel like, oh no, this situation isn't working out right, or this isn't the right solution. I feel like you're going to, there's some way that you can bide your time, and everything will end up working out. I know that was a little confusing. I hope you'll understand that. You may not understand it when you hear this reading. That's why you should always watch your rising sign and your moon sign. And it may not make sense to you till you're in the middle of November, what I just said to you right there. So, because these are predictions, not necessarily what I'm getting is happening to you right this moment. So, I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Cancer, you have two diametrically opposed looking cards here. First, you have the Tower. This could be a fight, an argument, an end of a friendship, an end of a relationship, a casting off of an old paradigm so a new paradigm can begin, a casting off of an old rulership and regime so new rulers can come in. It could be some kind of enlightenment or awakening that occurs, and it's like, bam, you've got like the light bulb moment. It could even be that. Could also be a literal fire, lightning strike, or some natural kind of disaster happening to a structure. Some of you are going to have a feeling like you don't want to be in some situation you want to be in anymore. And I hear you saying collectively, I got to get out of here, or I want to get out of here. You may quit your job. You could leave a love relationship. You could leave a living situation. Maybe you're in something like a hospital, a rehab, or, a contract, and something that you're like, I got to get out of here. Like, that's it. Like, you're the guy jumping off the tower. That's how I see you. You're the one. But it's like you want to do it. Some of you are going to have trouble at work. Could also be at family, where I feel there's some kind of gossiping going on about you, or you're like in the mix of it. And so a fight or an argument is going to happen. And whatever this is, it's going to make you say, I want to get out of here. So for some of you, I'm not going to lie, Cancer, it is a fight for some of you. But this kind of had to happen because I feel like the doorway had to open here. Like, maybe you weren't making a move, I have Cancer moon, so I understand like wanting to hold on to things really tightly and not wanting to let go sometimes. And Cancers can be like that. Cancer moons, Cancer risings, and Cancer sun. So my empathic side is feeling like you were clinging on or holding on to something you didn't really like that much or didn't want to be in. But the universe, your spirit guides, angels, the universe, whatever you believe in, is going, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. You're just like, you're not getting the message. You need to make a move. So we're going to, bam, make this happen. So to jolt you where it shoves you to want to do it. That's what I feel is happening here. Now, you have the Fool next. This is what I mean. Look how diametrically opposed. Well, not really, because actually it makes sense, because you're the guy falling off the tower. Now there you are with the Fool starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to be grounded and not have your head up in the clouds or rose-colored glasses on, or you're going to fall off the edge of the cliff. So you have to have your wits about you. It's a new journey, but, you know, proceed with caution. You're going to feel like a whole big burden and load has been lightened off of you, lifted off of you, like a whole big, like, you're going to feel more free. And I see you going, man, I did hang with that too long, and now I'm going to get involved with other things. Now, for some of you, it's a new job. For some of you, it's new, you know, groups, clubs, organizations, social affiliations. And for others of you, it could be a relationship. But whatever it is, you're growing and expanding, where whatever situation you were in with the tower, you really had gotten as far as you were going to get with that. You had extracted all you really could out of that. It wasn't going to suddenly, I don't feel like it was going to really change or improve for you. And you know, you may have an awakening where something or someone you idolized, worshipped, looked up to, or idealized, you may look at that in a different light now, whether it was a person, a job, a friend, but somebody you like looked up to, respected, honored, you may have had rose-colored glasses on about them, but you are getting the awakening. This card, Tower, means quite a few things too, even though I'm reading the Fool. You do have an awakening here too, because some things are going to be brought to light that you're going to be like, crystal clear now. Wow, I didn't see that. Like, well, I used to see it this way, but now I'm not seeing it that way anymore, and I've got a new perspective. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. Leo, the first card you have is the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is standing your ground. Standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against naysayers, gossipers, and detractors. You could be standing up for yourself in a situation. If there's a battle or a fight, very likely you will win. Some of you Leos are going to feel like, oh yeah, you pushed me too far. The buck stops here. So somebody's pushing you around a little bit or testing their boundaries with you. And I hear you saying, you didn't think I had all this information, but I do. Something that somebody didn't think you knew all the way. And you may be like, you know what? This is going to be solved the way I want it to be solved. It's not going to be solved in what you're doing. Now, this could be with a company. Maybe you have like a deal with your cell phone company or some platform that you do business with on the internet, or a computer software company that does work with you, or could even be in a love relationship involving money and finances. But there's something that you're like, yeah, you didn't think I had this all figured out, Or you think you're now going to flip and flop and change the game your way when I know this is the way it's supposed to run and we have an agreement. Or like, oh, so you think you're pulling the wool over my eyes. That's the energy all circling around this Five of Swords card with you. And you are going to say, buck stops here. No, you're not getting over on me. And you're going to tell whoever this is. I've talked to other people and they've given me a lot of other additional information. And here's the information I got. What do you have to say about that? So you're going to like be confrontational, put things back on them, and then they're going to be like the cockroaches and rats scrambling. You're not going to be the scrambler. They're trying to like get over on you in some way. They may be trying to take advantage of you monetarily, or contractually, or service with their services, what they're said they're going to do, but they're not really doing all the things they said they were going to do. Whatever it is, you're going to you're going to pull the rug out from under them. And look, you have a very good card next. You have Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles is the blessing of financial abundance and stability coming to you from God, the universe, whatever you believe in. It could also be like a windfall of cash. You could be getting a raise. You could be getting an inheritance. You could be making more money somehow. There's going to be a new deal struck. A new deal struck. And everything's going to go in your favor. You will have new deals, new arrangements, new situations. And some of you Leos are going to get out of a deal that you had arrangements as a deal set up. You're going to get out of it, and then you're going to get in a different arrangement and deal, and it's going to be more lucrative for you. There'll be more money in it for you, either right away or in the long run, one or the other. Some of you Leos are going to get some money that's going to come through finally that you've been waiting for. Now, if you had any money that was tied up in some nonsense where people were trying to smoke screen you and screw you over, but you didn't get the money yet, and you've been waiting for that money to come through, the money's going to come through now. Or if you were waiting for an insurance payout, or your boss has promised you a raise, or if you were supposed to inherit money and the estate wasn't settled yet, or if you had some kind of divorce settlement or some other kind of legalities go on and the money hadn't come to you yet. The money is coming to you now. Money that was owed to you is coming to you. And I feel this is like your trump card, because I feel what you're going to do is with whatever additional money you get, I feel like you're going to invest it wisely in something. It could be in new equipment. It could be in new computer programs, a new computer, new services that you use in your business or at your work, or something. I feel like, or a technology that you need, or if you need a new vehicle to do your job or work. But you're going to take this money and you're going to invest it in something that's going to be beneficial to you. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is weighing your options. You could be wishy-washy about something. This could be seeking balance. You may have to make a decision or a choice between two things. Sometimes your emotions are tied up in this decision. I feel like you're feeling like you're really more in tune with yourself. And you're starting to see things are starting to turn around and now feel like they're starting to roll in your favor, Virgo. And you may be putting a lot of energy and thought into learning and skills that... Did you hear Max snore really hard there? Learning and skills and or training or things that you have to develop or you want to develop further. I see you putting all this time and energy and thought into that. So it could be a business you already own. It could be skills you already possess, but you want to enhance them because you believe if you upgrade your skills and knowledge, that it's going to enhance your business, your work, or whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you may have issues where your feet are bothering you. If maybe it's from like hiking or walking too far, or you have shoes that gave you, blisters, or, I don't know. But I feel like some of you may need to soak your feet or, put, I don't know, foot massage. I feel like you need some kind of help or treatment with your feet. Your feet may be bothering you. Some of you are waiting to hear back from something or someone, a group, a company, an organization, a person. And it's like an opportunity you're waiting to hear about. And I hear you're thinking that if you get the opportunity, you will surely take it. So maybe you went on a job interview and you're waiting to hear back, or maybe you asked somebody out on a date, or you're showing interest in somebody you met on the internet and you're like, I'm waiting to hear back. Are they going to be interested in dating or not? And when the door opens up, I feel you're going to take it, whatever it is. And look, you have Ace of Rods, new beginnings. This is new beginnings, or it could mean receiving an inheritance, a birth of a child. It could be a new job, a new start in life, some sort of new beginning, new residence. Some of you do have a new relationship that's coming up, like a new relationship is going to be born. Now, maybe somebody in your family is having a baby, you or your kids or grandkids, and therefore you will have a new relationship that's born with that baby. Or it could be one of your kids gets married or is getting engaged and going to be married, and now you're going to have a new relationship with that person that's new coming in. Or you could be meeting someone new and you could be having a new love relationship, because this is like the birth of a new relationship. But so many Virgos are going to watch in a general reading that I can't really pinpoint which new relationship it is for you. But it does come up as a birth of a new relationship for many of you Virgos. And some of you, something's going to come to you like a job opportunity or some kind of offer that I feel like you're going to get paid a lot of money to do. Now, it could be a full-time job. It could be just a one-shot deal, and you're like, hey, we need your services here because you really know what you're doing. Can you come in and perform this task or this or that, and we're going to pay you $5,000 to do it? And you're going to go, yeah, I'm going to do it. Or, yeah, you just come here for the day and we'll pay you $500. I mean, it could be something like that. But there's some opportunity comes to you also. And you know what, Virgo, I feel that your feelings may have felt a little bit scattered or all over the place recently, in recent months. But I feel that is kind of coming together and is going to be over. Like if your emotions have felt like, oh, I feel this way, I feel that way, I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel mad at this one, no, I love that one, now I don't know what I feel. It's all going to come together for you in the middle of this month and going into November. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. And the first card you have, Libra, is the Queen of Rods. And the Queen of Rods is a fire sign person. This would either be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could also be you, Libra, if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's a fire sign. You may be going round and round in circles with them, up, down, and all over the place with this Queen of Rods. I feel you may be getting irritated by things they're doing. They're kind of like maybe being a little bossy, or they may seem like they really want a lot of things to go their way. They may even be asking you for favors. You may feel like they're imposing on you. Like, can I borrow this, or can I have that? Or, oh, Libra, I need you to do this for me or that for me. This could be somebody you work with. It could be one of your siblings. Could even be a girlfriend of yours, or, you know, a family member. I feel like they're trying to push you. And I do feel that this Queen of Rods wants you to give in about something. Maybe you two are like at odds with each other, and you're holding your ground and they're holding their ground, and they're like not seeing things the exact same way you did, and you're not seeing eye to eye, and they're trying to push you. You may really want them to stop. I feel like you may also feel like they're boasting or bragging too much about things too. Either about their accomplishments or like great luck that they're having, and you may be like, I don't want to hear them talk about that anymore, or you wish they would stop something you don't like that they're doing. Like I said, it could very well be bragging. And for some of you, it could be of a more serious nature, where this Queen of Rods may be like going after something you have. Could be your money, could be your spouse, could be your job. I don't know, but you've got, like, to me, I feel like there's contention here with you and the Queen of Rods. And I feel like they're like almost like a combatant for you. They're like, it's like combat. They're like a foe. I don't know, but I'm not saying you guys hate each other. You might not be like real enemies, because I feel like you have to deal with each other all the time. So, but I feel in the middle of October and going into the beginning of November, like something here between you and this Queen of Rods feels like it's escalating or coming to a head or coming to a boiling point. Now, the card you have with it, now this card, also Leo had the same card. So this could be a Leo to you, because Leo has this card also in the mid-month, which is Five of Swords, standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against any naysayers, gossipers, or detractors, like standing up for yourself. If there's any battle or a fight or argument, it's very likely you could win. This is going to be something I hear you thinking, I'm not going to give in easily. I'm not going to just roll over. That's not the way it's going to work. And I feel it's between you and this Queen of Rods. And you may be saying, you took something from me and I want it back. Or the fire sign is saying, you took something from me and I want it back. Could be money, could be a significant other, could be a job, could be an object. And you may be like, this is the time where I'm going to stand up to you and I'm going to tell you that you're not going to tell me what to do. Maybe this Queen of Rods is your boss, and you're going to stand up to your boss and say, you know, I know you're my boss and all, but you're drawing the line. I'm drawing the line here, and you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do. You're not going to tell me what to do. Or you could be saying that to a sibling, a parent, but you're definitely got that energy. Could be to your significant other. Maybe your significant other is a fire sign, sun, moon, or rising sign. And you may be giving ultimatums too, Libra. You may say, one more time I hear this and I'm out of here. You say this to me one more time and I quit. You do this, you give me this hassle one more time and I'm breaking up with you. You do this, you play this game with me one more time and I'm never speaking to you again. Like I feel like you're going to say this is the last straw. Or you may give an ultimatum even. Or they may be giving you the ultimatum and you're like, I'm not going to fall for that. It's really time for you to hone your intellect and break out all this, like all the angles and twists and turns and things that you've already figured out in your head before any altercation happens, or things you've already figured out. And it's time like where you can be like, oh yeah, well, this, that, you could have like all these facts and knowledge that you're going to like spew out if there's anything going on between you and the Queen of Rods. Now, if these messages didn't make sense to you, some of you are going to know who this is and are going to go, oh, I know who that is. It's a lady I work with, or it's, my sister, or this or that. Then watch your rising sign or your moon sign, because your answers and messages may be coming to you there in this mid-month. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. And the first card you have, Scorpio, is the Empress. Taurus also had this card. So if you have Taurus rising sign or moon sign, you may want to check that out, because Taurus got Empress also. This is a maternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you. This could also be a maternal figure in the living, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, someone like a mother figure to you. You could be the Empress. It could be the birth of a child. You could be having a child born to you. It could be birth of a project, business plan, or an idea. Multiple things are coming out of the woodwork, things that you have to deal with. You're going to feel like, I got to deal with this, and now I got to deal with that, and I got to deal with this, and I got to deal with that. And you may have like worry this month of, how am I going to get all this done, and how am I going to get this all completed? I see you worrying about how that's going to happen. And you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be asking you to do things for them. If you work in a busy company, you could have like this department's asking you to do this boss is asking you to do that, these clients or customers need you to do this or that, or I see you having to talk to and deal with a lot of different people from mid-October to mid-November, like being very busy, talking to this one, talking to that one, doing this for this one, doing this things for that one. If it's not for a job or a business, it could be in your family or social life. Some of you are going to be retrieving old information and documents that are going to be important. You may be looking into old wills or old medical records or insurance records, or looking for documents of like when you buy a car, or blueprints of your house or of a house, or deeds and things like that. And I see you having to make a lot of lists, generating a lot of lists, and making a lot of phone calls. Your mother could be involved. It could be about your mother, or your mother may be helping you. She may be giving you a helping hand. It could have nothing to do with your mother, but for some of you, your mother may be a factor in the story. The next card you have is Eight of Pentacles, and this is starting a new job, starting a new business, learning a new craft, learning a new skill, gaining financial gains and rewards from this new business, craft, or skill. It's the card of the apprentice. So you could be really focusing on craftsmanship and attention to detail in your work or something new you're starting. I feel like some of you are really thinking about, how can I bolster up what I'm doing? I need more sales, or I need more clients, or I need more views, or I need more customers, and or I need more money. And I see you feeling like, how can I bolster up what I'm doing? How can I expand, grow, do more, increase these things, increase my finances? You could have a windfall of cash that could come to you from someone that wants to invest in your idea, company, website, book, endeavor, whatever your endeavor is. And this boost is going to be really helpful to you because it is going to advance your career or advance what you're doing, and it is going to help you to go a lot further than what you thought. Some of you are going to be thinking about, like, you know what, I really need to hone my skills or sharpen my skills in some way. I think I'm going to go back to school and take a class. It could be an online class that you take. It could be, doesn't mean you're going back to get a degree or another degree. Some of you may be, but some of you may be just enrolling in a college class or in some training program that you're just doing it for that. And like, you know what, because I'm on this venture or I'm on this new pathway or endeavor or this thing I'm trying to kick up, but I don't know a lot about that area that I really should know about before I start getting really intertwined in what I'm doing. Maybe you're going to take a writing class. Maybe you're going to take a class about how to work with certain computers or computer programs that would, or something to do with finances that would be helpful for you to know. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. And the first card you have, Sagittarius, is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is someone lying to you, deceiving you, or stealing from you. I hate to say that. It could maybe mean other things, but usually that's what circles around the Seven of Swords. You're going to find out there were things that were unjustly done or unfairly done, and then somehow it's affecting your life. And you're going to feel like it's almost like a cancer in your life. You have to cut out, and you're not going to put up with it or do it anymore. So whatever this is, you're going to extricate yourself from it. If it was like a person that you feel was unscrupulous with money or, you know, with a business you own or in your own private life, you're going to be like, you are like poison, or you have unscrupulous behavior, and I'm cutting you out. And be on the lookout, because you're going to be noticing there's going to be some people around you, Sagittarius, with a lot of exaggerated behaviors in the month of October and going into the mid part of November. You're going to feel like there's going to be a lot of drama kings and queens, or, you know, people are going to be kicking up dust about stuff. So be prepared for that. If something was taken away from you unfairly, I feel there's a really, really good chance that you're going to get it back. Like, things are going to come out into light because I feel like the law or certain things in this situation are on your side. And also, too, if you bought something that somebody told you, oh, yeah, this is brand new, or this works great, or this or that, and it's used, or you're going to find out it doesn't work right in some way. It could even be a car, but something, you're going to take it back and get your money back if it's an actual thing that you got ripped off about. You have the Death card next. This is transformation, something ending so something new can begin. I feel like some of you are going to be recounting things in details. Could be legally in front of a court. Or it could be some story that you're writing, or something you have to explain, a dissertation, or something you have to spell out, or something you're doing in writing if you're writing something. Like explaining things in a series of events comes up here. Or if you have to talk to the police, or to a lawyer, or to a court, or writing a story. Some of you have even gotten pushed around a little bit in a work situation where you could have had some people that work with you taking clients or customers away from you, or taking credit for work that you did and saying it was theirs, and then they get promoted, or they get some big opportunity, but you were really the one that did all the legwork and did the work. Or like you pitched a sale to somebody and they were your customer or client, and then you're out one day because it's your day off, and then the other person comes and ends up getting the sale and getting the commission and getting this and that, but yet you were the one that did all the work of the sale prior to. Like that, like unscrupulous behavior by coworkers and business partners, and like shady dealings, and you're kind of like kind of thrown in the mix of it. This could have been something that happened a long time ago, and now you're still sorting it out now, because I don't feel like this is a new issue. It feels to me like this has either happened before and it's repeating itself, or it's happening now. It's getting brought up again or getting dealt with now, but it actually happened a while ago. You have to think about that. Yours was a little confusing. I hope those messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. And the first card you have, Capricorn, is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes the miser card. This is holding on protectively to your finances or to things of value. It could also indicate financial success coming to you in the future is possible. It's time for you to get everything in order. I feel like you're going to be like wanting to get like paperwork in order. You're not the first sign to got that. That's come up quite a bit this month. You could be getting some kind of new health plan off the ground. Maybe the place you work, they're asking you, do you want to opt into this new health plan? Or maybe you're signing up for insurance, life insurance, or you're changing your health insurance, because I get like signing up for a plan. I feel insurance is involved. Looking over all of that, the details, the costs, that comes up here. Some of you may have put your finances on, or a bank account or something, on some kind of block or hold because you don't want somebody to come in and get it. Could be you and your spouse or a significant other are going through a separation or a divorce, or you're afraid something else is going to happen, and so you're putting some kind of block or hold on something to do with your money so it stays secure. It does seem to be that you're concerned or looking over something that you feel is possibly going to cost you a lot of money, and that you are doing a lot of research and looking into what's the best avenues for you to take, how you can protect your money. Long-range goals are in your mind. And because I feel like you're looking at something that looks to you like some big expenditures are coming up, or something you have to get involved in the future may be costly. So you're trying to get all the details and information about it now, and getting yourself prepared mentally and document-wise about what you want to do. The next card you have here, Capricorn, is the Star. And the Star is a card that means spiritual blessings coming to you. God, the universe, your angels have heard your prayers and wishes, and so you're getting some type of blessing. You're going to have a lot of pride and accomplishment in your work. And I also see a lot of positive energy and compliments and support coming to you from family members. And you may feel like there's some deal or completion of something that gets squared away that looks like it works out in your favor, and it's almost like heaven sent. And anything where you felt like if someone in your family, if things were not right, like their health was not right, or you were at odds with your kids, or something was left unsettled, like things get made right. So something that was unsettled and wasn't sitting right with you, or there was some kind of disruption, it's getting made right. It's going to be settled now. And some of you Capricorns are going to come up with an ingenious idea that benefits everybody around you. This could be an idea that benefits everybody in your family, but it could be an ingenious idea that benefits everybody at your job or business that you own. You may get some kind of permit or license or patent on something that's then going to increase your money. And if you were waiting for any kind of like visa, work papers, permits of to work, green cards, anything like that could also come through for you now. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first card you have, Aquarius, is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is learning a new skill, learning a new craft, starting a new job, starting a new business, putting a lot of focus and attention to craftsmanship and detail, and gaining financial gains and rewards from that work. And Scorpio also had this card. So if you have Scorpio rising or moon sign, that could doubly apply here. You're really getting infused with a lot of different ideas and a lot of inspirations about what work you want to do, or what something you want to do in the line of business or work that you want to create. You're really putting a lot of energy and thought into like, what's your next step? What's your next move? You want things to be upfront and honest, and you care about things seeming like they're you want things to show that they're coming from your heart, with your true facts as you see them, and intention. Like, you want your intentions and your ideas to be expressed through your work or your business or what you're doing. That's going to be important to you. Some of you may feel like you want to get singled out, noticed for your talents, or for your business, or for your work, or for something that you are doing. You may feel like you want some kind of acknowledgement or recognition in the middle of October going into November. And you may feel like, yeah, things are good and things are working out well, but you may want to like see things advance to another level, or give your business or your work an extra push. Like, you may feel like you want it to advance. Like, this is good, but I want to create more, and I want my heart to be in it, and I want it to have integrity, and I want to show like, you want to be honest and give the truth, and express yourself clearly through it. Even if it's not your business or work, it could be creative projects, or your own creativity of things that you want to work on for your own self. You could get invited to attend some kind of gathering, or you may see something online about a class or a seminar or a group or a gathering you want to attend that you feel may be helpful to you in increasing this push of what you're doing. You have the Queen of Rods next. Now, the Libra also had Queen of Rods, so if you have a rising sign or moon sign that's Libra, this could doubly apply. This is a fire sign, female or male. This is a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also be you, Aquarius, if you have a fire sign as your rising sign or moon sign. You know, I feel like you want to get down to the nitty-gritty details, and I feel like a lot of little things are going to be bothering you, in the sense like, you want to get this fixed or that fixed, or if it has to do with your work, if it's connected to this card and not independent of it, you may be like, this isn't perfect, or I want things to be just right or just so. You may be a little fussy over some details now in the middle of the month. The Queen of Rods could also be somebody that's asking you to stop doing something and asking you to take a step back and analyze what you're doing and saying, they may be saying to you, Aquarius, you're making yourself crazy. You're driving yourself crazy. Or if this is your rising sign or moon sign, you may be realizing like, you know what, I need to stop doing whatever the thing is that's not good for you, not healthy for you, or driving you crazy in some way, making you feel like, stressed out. I can't figure out, or I'm too, like, especially if you're getting like obsessed about anything, obsessive behavior. You may be working with this Queen of Rods. They may be somebody that's a friend to you, or a counselor or an advisor to you that's giving you help or advice or ideas about how to figure something out, how to work with. It could even be an advisor, like a teacher, professor, advisor, a mentor, a friend, a boss, but somebody that would be giving you guidance, advice, or pointing you in the right direction. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. And the first card you have, Pisces, is Seven of Pentacles. And this is being tired and exhausted of your hard work and efforts, but gaining financial gains and rewards from your hard work and effort. You may be thinking about, Pisces, how you can cut down a little bit on what you're doing. You may feel like you don't have much free time, or you want more time to do something. Either you need more time for the work that you're doing, or you want more free time from work. It's one or the other. And you may be feeling like a lot of things are coming down on you, like kind of pressuring you. And you may feel like you need to hurry up, complete things, get more motivated, get some things going, get things more in alignment with work or business or work that you're already involved in doing. And it's kind of like you need to focus on one thing at a time, because if you look at everything overall, what's going on all at once, and it's going to be too overwhelming for you, and you're going to feel like, I can't tackle all of that, or this is like too much pressure on me right now. I feel like once you hit December, you're going to feel like you've received bountiful blessings from all of this. Either you're going to have more free time, or you've completed your whatever it is you need to do, or your finances are really going to start coming in, and it's going to be like a big boost for you. So bountiful blessings are coming to you in December. So try not to get too hung up about being overwhelmed about what's going on. If you feel overwhelmed about what you're contending with in October, going into the beginning of November. You may be raking out old textbooks or old information or things from the past that you did previously, or old material of some sort to help you, or old equipment or old technology or old something that you can utilize now to help you with what you're doing. Even though it may not even be things on the internet, these may be things that you've written in the past, or that somebody, or that's in a book, or that's in books. You may be utilizing some past information. You've got the Hermit here, and the Hermit is a spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the path to go, and watching you and kind of guarding you and protecting you, shining the light on the path ahead. But you could also be the Hermit, where you're taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but you're still going to be guided by your spirit guides. This is a time of great awakening and understanding for Pisces. And it's really time your guides want you to look at the bigger picture at hand. Not get so bogged down in the mire by the little details or all the things that you have to do or feel overwhelmed. It's time for you to like separate yourself from the muck and mire and overwhelmed feelings and focus on the big picture. This is time where your guides want you to elevate your consciousness and take things a step further. That could also be in a sense of spiritually, like doing meditative practices, whatever meditation is for you. Some people, walking is meditation, swimming, not necessarily sitting in the lotus position and meditating. Some people, that does not work for them. But there's like advancement and growth here that your guides are like trying to say, hey, yo, Pisces, time to elevate. I feel like you are going to get interesting guidance and instruction on how to do things that you need to know how to do. And this could be coming from the people in the living around you, but it could also be like teachers, professors, webinars, seminars, webinars or seminars on the internet or in person. But it can a lecture series, but it can also come from the deceased and spirit guides, and they could be doing this with you and working with you in your sleep state as well. You're going to expand and branch out from what you're doing right now. Some of you may move away from something that you're doing. You may be, maybe your career is, carpentry or, engineering, and you're going to move away from that and decide you want to become an astronomer. And then you're going to want to go study that. I don't know. Some of you, it just may be expanding what you already know how to do and learning new avenues, like expanding on the career path or business or line of work that you're in, or that you're going to say, you know what, I was interested in that, but it doesn't hold my attention, and your path may feel like it's changed or is changing. But I'm going to tell you this, just like in private readings, it applies here in the general readings. And I've had people write me this. So I've been on YouTube now for 5.5 years. I have had people over the years write me and say, you know what you said a year ago is happening to me now. And that can happen in private readings as well. A lot of times, private readings, sometimes the messages are happening 3 years later. Not everything that you get in a private reading is happening right now. A lot of it is I've seen psychic readings, I've received psychic readings where some of the predictions didn't happen for 7 to 10 years later, even. So that I've received. And when ones I've given, I've seen some of them take 3, 4, 5 years for some of the predictions to come out for some people. Sometimes it's 2 or 1. But so always go back and look. If you're bored, or you just put on YouTube and let it run in the background while you're washing dishes or cleaning the house or, whatever, doing something else, listen to what was said a year ago. Because if these messages aren't making sense to you now, maybe they will make sense, the ones from a year ago. But always watch your rising sign and your moon sign for more information. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. I want to thank you so much, all of you, all the signs out there, so much for watching. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting the latest video series I've recorded for my Vimeo on-demand channel, I have now done Angels and Ancestors psychic oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac using the Angels and Ancestors oracle cards. And those messages are actually very spiritual in nature, kind of more psychological and spiritual and insightful in in that way. I pulled 2 cards for each sign. That link is below this video. Also, you can get my psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for the month of October 2019. That link is also posted below this video. And my 7-card horseshoe tarot spread, psychic tarot readings that are focusing on one or more important themes in your life and telling you through 7 cards the hidden messages and solutions and outcomes from that. And that link is also below this video. And all these videos are also available by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu and you will see the video series listed there. You just click on under the video series you want on your sign or the sign that you want to get, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. And if you would like to get messages and predictions from my spirit guides through me that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can always follow me on my social media channels on Facebook, The Lucky Mermaid LLC, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram, where I pull tarot cards, many different oracle cards. I look into my crystal and I give you psychic messages and predictions. And it's not just for that day. Sometimes those predictions last a few days or a few months or a couple of weeks. So if you're interested in seeing what messages my guides give me there, you might want to check those out. So I hope you have an absolutely miraculous, marvelous, and magical rest of the month of October, all the signs of the zodiac out there. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.